Have you ever noticed how some people seem to build wealth slowly and then suddenly it looks effortless? For years, nothing dramatic appears to happen, and then one day their investments, businesses, or assets start producing results that feel disproportionate to their effort. That sudden success is rarely sudden. It is compounding at work. The shocking part is this: compounding is available to almost everyone, yet very few truly benefit from it. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they lack patience. Most people underestimate what small, consistent actions can do over decades. They overestimate what quick moves can do in months. Compounding is not loud. It doesn't trend. It doesn't go viral. It grows quietly while you sleep. In this video, we're not just talking about numbers. We're talking about how compounding reshapes identity, discipline, and long-term freedom. If you're passionate about success and ready to take action, hit that subscribe button. We're here to inspire and guide you every step of the way. Let's begin. Number 1. The slow beginning that discourages almost everyone. The early stage of compounding feels almost disappointing. You save consistently, invest modestly, and months go by with what looks like minor progress. This is the phase where most people give up. Human psychology craves visible results. We want proof that our effort is meaningful. But compounding hides its strength in the beginning. The curve of growth starts flat. Only later does it bend upward sharply. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, describes how small improvements accumulate invisibly before they transform into dramatic change. Money behaves the same way. The first few years may not look impressive, yet those years are laying the foundation for exponential growth. The mistake many make is chasing faster returns when patience feels unrewarding. They interrupt the process just before acceleration begins. The deeper truth is this: compounding rewards consistency more than intensity. You do not need dramatic moves, you need repeated moves. When you understand that the boring phase is actually the most important phase, you stop seeking excitement and start building inevitability. That shift alone separates those who struggle from those who quietly become wealthy over time. Time is the multiplier. Most people waste. Money invested early behaves differently from money invested late. Not because of luck, but because time acts like a silent amplifier. A small amount invested in your 20s can outgrow a much larger amount invested years later. The uncomfortable reality is that delay is expensive. Many people postpone investing because they want higher income first. They assume they will catch up later. But compounding does not work on intention. It works on duration. Darren Hardy wrote in The Compound Effect that small, consistent actions over time create massive differences. Notice the phrase, over time. That is the essential ingredient. The earlier you begin, the more cycles of growth your money experiences. Each cycle builds on the last. When you start late, you reduce the number of cycles available to you. The powerful insight here is that wealth building is less about how much you start with and more about how long you stay invested. Time transforms ordinary discipline into extraordinary results. When you truly understand this, you stop asking, "How much do I need?" and start asking, "How soon can I begin?" Number 3. Reinvestment, the step that creates acceleration. Earning returns is only half the equation. The real transformation happens when returns are fed back into the system. Reinvestment turns linear progress into exponential growth. When gains are withdrawn too early for consumption, the compounding chain weakens. But when they are reinvested, each return becomes a new contributor to future returns. J.L. Collins, in The Simple Path to Wealth, explains that owning productive assets allows wealth to grow almost automatically when left undisturbed. The key phrase is left undisturbed. Many interrupt the cycle because spending feels more rewarding than reinvesting. Yet every reinvested dollar strengthens the engine. Over long periods, reinvestment can account for a significant portion of total growth. The habit of reinvesting also changes your mindset. You begin to see money as a tool for multiplication rather than consumption. That psychological shift alone can alter financial destiny. When you consistently allow gains to generate more gains, you build momentum that becomes difficult to stop. And momentum, once established, makes wealth creation feel less like effort and more like gravity working in your favor. Number 4. Lifestyle choices that quietly kill compounding. Income growth feels empowering. Promotions, raises, and new opportunities create excitement. Yet this is where many unknowingly weaken compounding. As income increases, expenses often rise automatically. Better car, larger home, upgraded lifestyle. None of these decisions seem extreme in isolation, but collectively, they reduce the capital available to grow. Ramit Sethi, in I Will Teach You to Be Rich, discusses conscious spending, choosing intentionally rather than reacting emotionally. The wealthy often increase investments before increasing lifestyle. That discipline allows additional income to fuel long-term growth instead of short-term comfort. The cultural pressure to display success intensifies the problem. Social comparison drives spending beyond necessity. The hidden cost is not just the purchase itself, it is the decades of growth that money could have generated. When you resist automatic lifestyle expansion, you preserve fuel for compounding. Over time, that preserved fuel multiplies quietly. The real question becomes, do you want visible symbols of success now or invisible financial strength later? The choice may seem small today, but its impact compounds dramatically over years. Volatility, the test of emotional discipline. Market fluctuations scare people. Sudden drops trigger fear. News headlines amplify anxiety. Yet volatility is not the enemy of compounding. Emotional reaction is. When markets decline, consistent investors accumulate assets at lower prices. When recovery occurs, growth accelerates from a stronger base. John C. Bogle emphasized long-term participation over short-term prediction. Those who exit during fear often miss the recovery phase, which is crucial for compounded returns. The deeper issue is psychological. Losses feel more painful than gains feel rewarding. This bias pushes many to abandon strategy at precisely the wrong moment. Compounding requires remaining invested through uncertainty. Over extended periods, disciplined investors historically benefit from recoveries and expansions. The lesson is not to ignore risk, but to manage emotions. A well-structured plan reduces panic-driven decisions. When you learn to see volatility as part of the process rather than a signal to escape, you strengthen the compounding cycle. Emotional control becomes a financial advantage. In the long run, calm consistency outperforms dramatic reactions almost every time. Number 6. Knowledge and income growth also compound. Compounding does not apply only to invested capital. It applies to skills, knowledge, and earning power. When you improve your expertise, your income potential rises. When higher income is directed toward long-term investments, growth accelerates significantly. Cal Newport, in Deep Work, highlights how rare and valuable skills create outsized rewards. Developing such skills increases leverage in your career. That additional income, when invested consistently, fuels a second layer of compounding. Many focus only on reducing expenses. Few focus equally on increasing value. The combination of rising earnings and disciplined investing creates powerful momentum. The psychological effect is equally important. As competence grows, confidence increases. That confidence encourages better financial decisions. Learning compounds because each new insight builds upon previous understanding. Over years, intellectual growth translates into financial growth. The question becomes, what new capability can you develop today that raises your long-term trajectory? When learning and investing work together, wealth building shifts from slow progress to accelerating expansion. That synergy is often underestimated. Number 7. Patience. The the final ingredient that unlocks everything. Compounding demands patience more than brilliance. The most challenging aspect is not choosing an investment or setting up an account. It is staying committed through years when progress feels ordinary. Compounding follows the same principle. The most dramatic growth appears near the end of long timelines. If you exit too early, you miss the steepest part of the curve. Delayed gratification becomes the defining trait. Instead of seeking rapid validation, disciplined individuals allow time to perform its work. Over decades, consistent investing can transform modest monthly contributions into substantial financial independence. More importantly, patience builds resilience. You become less reactive, less influenced by trends, and more anchored in strategy. That emotional maturity reinforces the compounding process. Eventually, investments begin producing income that reduces dependence on active work. Freedom emerges gradually, then suddenly. And when that moment arrives, it feels almost magical, until you remember it was simply patience meeting time. Number 8. The transformation compounding creates. Compounding is not merely a mathematical concept. It is a philosophy of steady progress. It rewards consistency, reinvestment, restraint, emotional control, and continuous learning. It transforms small beginnings into significant outcomes. The most powerful realization is that you do not need extreme risk or extraordinary talent. You need commitment over time. When you allow time to amplify disciplined action, financial growth becomes almost inevitable. I believe that together, we can build a better, wealthier future. If this inspires you, like it, share with your closed ones so they can benefit from it too, and subscribe to continue this journey with me. See you in the next one.